I just put the body on yesterday. Fitted on quite nice. I've got all the dash going. I think it's, but there's a few things that aren't working. The fuel pump, if I pull one pull, the back one goes, and the second pull, the front pump goes. It's supposed to be around the other way, so they're on relays. So the relay trigger feed, I just have to swap those over. The other one is the blinkers. They're actually going, but when I turn the blinkers around they go the wrong way. That one turns the right hand one on and that one turns the left hand one on. That's another one that just two pins under there, just plug them out, plug them in the other way. But the big one is, I'll put you up the front. Now those lights that are going now are the DRLs, the daytime running lights. If I put the low beam on, this Parker's, that's the that's high beam. The DRLs are not going. So if I put the low beam on, the DRL's going on low beam, which is round the wrong way. You're not allowed to have the DRLs going on low beam. But then on low beam, I put the blinkers on and they don't blink. So I'm not quite sure. I think there's a relay for the high beam and a relay for the low beam. And the low beam, the park off position on the low beam relay is the power that goes to the DRL. So the DRL is getting its power from the low beam relay. That's why they're going. But it doesn't work with the other stuff. The DRLs are off, it's not going, but there's something wrong. I think that the feed trigger wire onto that high beam is not going. But nevertheless, I've got to figure out how to hold this stuff in properly. I think what I'll do is I'll just go around the other side. You can get in there, and you can also get this piece here, you can get in from the lights, and I'll put a little bit of silicone or something just on the tape and then hold it at the right place until the silicone goes off, and that'll be good enough, I think. The petrol cap came out well. You can hardly see the piece that I lathed around the outside. I actually made a ring on the lathe, and that countersunk into the ring to get the extra width out there because of the bigger hole in the bonnet. I found it easier to build a bigger ring than fiberglass out that hole and drill it back out again. I really do like the my Parkers though. That those park lights are nice. It's got a nice look to those little orange Parkers across the front. I've got those ones there are just they're just there as a just to test all the wiring at the back. Also, it's got the brake lights and tail lights. Most things work. I mean, it's not a big deal, I don't think, because a lot of it's just basically just pins back to front. So I'll connect those pins and hopefully it'll fix my problem. Well, I got the blinkers around the right way, got the fuel pumps around the right way. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with the DRLs, which is the daytime running lamps. They still froze up when you turn your blinkers on. The blinkers would freeze. I have no idea, but I just drawn the board how simple they are. I'll get me pointer out. What do we got for a pointer? There we go. Here's your signal or switch, and that's your earth. You put your power through from your switch, turns on the field. Here's your positive from your battery. You turn it on, and it goes to your low beam. Now, because you're not allowed your DRLs with your low beam going, you turn off your power and it switches from there to off. But the power is still coming through to the off position, which powers up your DRLs. It's that simple. Honestly, I do not know how simpler it could get or what could go wrong with it. So all I did was just disconnect the DRLs. We do not have any DRL now, so that's the easiest way. I cannot figure out, unless I start pulling all that loom to pieces, so there could be a short somewhere. So what the hell? The next thing we're up to is going to mount these, and I've got to cast an aluminium casting so that these will sit straight up and down from the angle. So I'll cast a piece of aluminium, mill it all out, and then put these on the back of the thing. I was going to do it today, but it's taken me a whole day to do that, figure out why that electricity problem's not going. I'll give you a yell. I'll show you when we're doing the casting next. That should be fun.